My beloved child, my shining light, do you feel this sudden pull inside your spirit right now? It is not random. This is Archangel Michael pressing into your soul. Today is not just another day. Today is the moment heaven has arranged from the very beginning. Listen closely. Archangel Michael says, if you ignore him today, you will cry for the rest of your life. The message is deadly serious. It is urgent. And you are hearing it for a reason. Do not think you just stumbled here. No, your steps were guided. God himself moved the heavens so that in this very second you would be standing here listening. Only 5 minutes are left in this flow of grace. If you turn away now, the connection will shatter. And you will never hear this voice the same way again. That is why I beg you. Open the doorway right now. Subscribe here. Not for me. Not for numbers. But because this is the divine signal, the proof that you are chosen. Ignore it, and the flow will break. Accept it, and the light will stay with you forever. My beloved, open the eyes of your spirit and see, a golden scroll is unrolling right in front of you. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? The shimmer, the glow, the light that no human hand could ever create. Every letter written upon this scroll is your destiny. Each stroke is alive, breathing, pulsing, because heaven itself wrote your name upon it. The angels are watching now. They lean forward as this moment unfolds. They know what is happening. They see the divine approval that has already been given. God himself has signed this scroll, his mark blazing across it like fire. Do not doubt, do not delay, because this is not about tomorrow. This is not about some distant promise. Your blessing is not on the way. It is already here. That restlessness inside your heart, that weight pressing on your chest, that sudden rush of heat and shiver in your body, it is the proof. Your spirit is already touching what heaven has released. Archangel Michael said, and you will cry for the rest of your life. But embrace it now. And you step into the flow of a blessing that has already begun. This is the present tense of heaven. Not a promise, not a dream, but the scroll unrolling in this very second. My beloved, listen carefully. Every moment you thought heaven was silent was never a denial. It was a divine setup. Heaven arranging the pieces so that this exact moment could be placed in front of you today. Archangel Michael says, the pain you carried, the tears you cried, the disappointments that broke you, none of it was wasted. Every delay was preparation. Every setback was a redirection. And now, the circle is breaking. The old cycle is shattering right beneath your feet. Do you feel that trembling in your heart right now? That is not fear. That is heaven knocking. That shaking, that rush in your chest, that sudden pulse in your spirit. It is the signal that what was blocked for years is being released in minutes. Remember this truth. 5 minutes of God's movement can shift 5 years of your life. Your prayers were never ignored. Not one tear escaped heaven's notice. Each drop was gathered, placed carefully into a crystal bowl before the throne of God. And today, that bowl is tipping. The answers are pouring out like living water. Beloved, don't mistake this trembling as weakness. It is heaven's hand against your door. Open now, or the moment will pass, and you will cry for ignoring the voice that knocked. Beloved child, lift your eyes in the spirit and see. Your name is written in golden fire across the heavens. It burns brighter than the stars, and the angels cannot look away. Right now, they are speaking of you. Only you. Their voices echo your name in the courts of heaven, because this moment belongs to you alone. Do not mistake your suffering as punishment. Every pain, every lonely night, every unanswered prayer, was not rejection, it was preparation. You were being refined, pressed down only, so you could rise higher. And today, heaven whispers, you are walking on holy ground. This message you are hearing is not ordinary words. No, it is a living key. Each sentence you hear is unlocking a new door in your destiny. As these words flow, doors are swinging open, one after another. What was closed to you for years is now breaking wide open. Archangel Michael says, today you must not ignore this. If you turn away, the keys drop into silence. You are chosen, not by accident, not by chance. This very moment is proof. The heavens are aligned, the scroll is open, and the key is alive in your hands. Beloved child, listen with all of your heart. This blessing that is pressing upon your life right now, it is not small. It is not a fragment of comfort, not a passing encouragement, not a little relief to get you through the night. No. This is a mighty release, a miracle of such magnitude that it will shift the very landscape of your life. Archangel Michael says, today you must recognize what heaven is doing. Because when this blessing falls, it will not only touch you, will ripple out, shaking everyone around you. Your enemies will be left speechless. They will not understand how you rose from ashes into glory. Your friends will be shocked. Their words will stumble as they try to describe what has happened. Even you will find yourself unable to explain it, because this miracle is bigger than language. It will overflow the limits of human understanding. But hear me, heaven requires something from you. Miracles do not force their way in. They require your yes. They require your yes, your agreement, your heart fully open in this exact moment. If you hesitate, if you close yourself, the window can shut. Heaven works on divine countdowns, precise windows of time that do not remain open forever. Even now, the invisible shift is beginning. Molecules of your reality are rearranging. What felt impossible yesterday is being constructed in silence today. This is not chance. This is not random. This is divine timing, beloved. The clock of heaven is ticking, and you are standing in the center of its strike. Do not ignore it, or you will cry for the rest of your life. But if you open now, the miracle will fall like lightning, and nothing will ever be the same. Beloved child, your soul already knows that what you are hearing is not ordinary. This is not another video, not another voice drifting across your screen. Deep inside, something trembles because your spirit recognizes truth when it arrives. You have been waiting for this confirmation, and today, heaven declares, the wait has ended. Every tear you have cried, every heartbreak you endured, every delay that left you questioning if God had forgotten you, all of it has been preparation. You were not abandoned. You were being shaped. The furnace of your pain has been refining you like gold, so that when this moment came, you would have the strength to carry the weight of blessing. Imagine now, a great room in heaven. It is vast, endless, filled with shelves reaching higher than the stars. Upon those shelves are scrolls, sealed scrolls, glowing faintly with light. Each scroll carries a name, and beloved, one of them carries yours, untouched, waiting in silence, not because you were denied, but because heaven had placed it in a holding pattern. The time was not ready, the season not yet aligned, but now, the chamber shakes. The seals tremble, and your scroll begins to burn with golden fire. Archangel Michael says, "Today you stand before your appointed time. The scroll is open, and destiny is unrolling right before your eyes. But hear me. Some scrolls remain closed forever, because those chosen souls turned away. They ignored the knocking. They silenced the trembling, and their appointed time slipped into eternity unopened. Do not let that be your story. The heavens have aligned for you in this exact moment. The signs in your body, the weight in your chest, the racing of your heart, the tears rising without reason. All of it is proof. All of it is proof. Proof that your scroll is glowing, that heaven's chamber has opened, that God Himself has declared, now is the time. Beloved, this is decisive. This is climactic. You cannot stand halfway in this moment. Either you open your heart and step into destiny, or you ignore it, and the scroll closes again. If you ignore Him today, Archangel Michael says, you will cry for the rest of your life. Maria. But if you respond now, your name burns forever in the fire of heaven's decree. Beloved child, do you realize the weight of this moment? Pause, feel it in your chest. This is not imagination, it is the heaviness of heaven pressing upon you. Again, I say, do you realize the weight of this moment? For the scroll has been opened, and its fire is burning your name across eternity. Listen again. The scroll is open. The scroll is open. The scroll is open. Each time you hear these words, another door shifts. Another chain cracks. Another veil tears away. Repetition is not empty. It is reinforcement. It is heaven's way of carving truth deeper into your soul. You have prayed for signs. You whispered in the dark, God, if you are real, show me something undeniable. You pleaded for confirmation, a voice, a word, a proof that could silence your doubt. And beloved, here it is. This very message at this very second is the living proof. You are not here by accident. You did not stumble by chance. Heaven is answering the prayer you almost forgot you prayed. Archangel Michael says, today you must not ignore this. If you turn away, the scroll closes, the fire dims, and silence returns. But if you stay, if you receive, then you become the living evidence of God's movement. You are the sign you once asked for. Even the angels are silent now, watching, waiting. They cannot decide for you. The heavens will not force you. The choice is laid only at your feet. Will you open your heart, or will you walk away? Do not be afraid of the size of this blessing. Yes. It feels too big, too heavy, too much for your hands. But heaven never gives what you cannot carry. The trembling inside you is not fear. It is expansion. Your spirit stretching to contain what has already been released. Hear it again. The scroll is open. The scroll is open. The scroll is open. This is not imagination. It is truth, living and breathing, wrapping itself around your destiny. Beloved child, this is the weight you asked for. This is the confirmation you begged for. And now, this is the proof. Ignore it, and Archangel Michael says you will cry for the rest of your life. Receive it, and you step into the fire of fulfillment that will never burn out. Beloved child, hear me now. What is moving toward you is bigger than your imagination. It is not a small stream, not a trickle of comfort, but a flood, a rushing river of blessing that cannot be contained. Can't be contained. It is wider than your hands can hold, higher than your thoughts can reach, and deeper than any prayer you have ever whispered. This moment is not only about you. It is about your family, your bloodline, the generations that came before and the generations that will come after. What heaven is releasing today will echo through your children, your children's children, and their children yet unborn. Archangel Michael says, this blessing carries generational weight. Heaven has been waiting to release it. Not just for you, but for the line you represent. Each paragraph you are hearing is not simply text. Not just words. Every sentence is another lock breaking open. Every phrase is another chain snapping loose. The weight that held your family for decades. The curses that shadowed your name. The silent patterns that bound your parents and their parents before them. They are breaking, one after another. The chains are falling. Listen closely. The sound is real. With every moment, freedom is advancing, and heaven's countdown is reaching its climax. This is a victory. The scroll is open, the blessing is alive, and the flood has been released. Beloved child, step into it now. For Archangel Michael says, today you must not ignore this. If you do, you will cry for the rest of your life. But if you embrace it, you carry victory not just for yourself, but for generations to come. Beloved child, I am going to pour this out for you slowly, like streams of living water flowing through dry ground. Not all at once, not in a flood that overwhelms you. Not in a flood that overwhelms you, but step by step. Moment by moment, until your soul drinks deeply and your heart is refreshed. This is the way of heaven. Gentle, steady, unstoppable. Think of your journey. Every prayer you whispered through tears. Every cry you thought no one heard. Every sleepless night where you begged for light in the darkness. None of it was lost. None of it was wasted. Every tear has been counted by God. Every sigh has been written down. Every request has been placed inside heaven's storehouse, waiting for this hour. It is to anchor you. Because the enemy tried to make you forget the promises. The storms tried to wash away your hope. But heaven repeats because heaven refuses to let you lose what is yours. Each repetition is thunder wrapped in tenderness. It shakes the ground under your feet, but it also covers you like a mother's embrace. Beloved, do not mistake this urgency as fear. It is not to frighten you. It is to remind you that love does not wait forever. Divine love calls. Divine love knocks. Divine love presses on your spirit until you answer. Heaven is not warning you to run from terror. Heaven is inviting you to step into protection, into safety, into a place where no weapon can reach you. Even now, the storehouse is opening. The locks are undone. The scroll is unsealed, and what was held back for generations is now aligned for your life. Blessings are rushing toward you. Protection is standing around you. Divine order is moving into place. So walk forward, one step at a time, like moving along a riverbank where the streams of living water flow beside you. Do not be afraid to drink deeply. Do not be afraid to take more than you think you deserve. Because the one who sends it says, you were always meant to receive this. Archangel Michael says, the journey is not ending here. It is transforming here. And if you open your heart today, you will see that this love is bigger than fear, stronger than loss, and more eternal than pain. Now the hiding is ending. The unveiling begins. It will be rapid. You will look at yourself and not recognize who you have become. Your enemies will stare in confusion. Your friends will whisper in awe. What once took years will now take days. What once took months will now take moments. The acceleration has begun. Do you feel the thunder rolling? Do you sense the lightning flashing through your chest? That is the signature of heaven. Thunder wrapped in tenderness, lightning wrapped in love. It shakes the ground beneath you, but it also steadies your feet upon holy ground. And this is not only for you. This blessing is generational. The fire released from your scroll touches backward, into the pain of your ancestors, into the struggles of those who came before you, and heals what they could not heal. And it flows forward, into your children, your children's children, into the ones not yet born. This is the hour where heaven's healing river touches your bloodline. Every tear you cried has been recorded. Every prayer you whispered into your pillow at night was written in the book on heaven's table. Every heartbreak was not wasted. Every disappointment was not forgotten. God has gathered them, and now, like drops of oil, He pours them back over your head in blessing. Do you see it? The book of prayers lying open before Him. Every line bears your name. Every page glows with His divine signature. The silence was never abandonment. It was heaven's preparation. And now the page has turned. Now the book is open. Now the scroll burns with golden fire, and your destiny is being released before all of heaven. Beloved child, this is your appointed time. Do not tremble in fear. Do not shrink back into doubt. The waiting has ended. The seal is broken. The scroll is open, and heaven has declared, your moment is now. Your name is chosen. Your destiny is alive. Beloved child, this is why you felt the heaviness lift suddenly. Do you remember that moment when something inside you loosened, as if a weight that had clung for years finally stepped away? That was not coincidence. That was the invisible realm moving on your behalf. The dark forces that pressed against your life began to flee the moment heaven spoke your name. They cannot stand where God's command goes forth. Listen. There is an order in heaven that outranks every plan of confusion. When God issues a word, principalities fall back. When Archangel Michael lifts his voice, shadows scatter. Right now, authority is being exercised on your behalf, a sound in the unseen that rearranges reality for those who have ears to hear. Distractions, delays, whispering doubts, manufactured storms. But each attempt only delayed what could not ultimately be stopped. Heaven's purpose is stronger than every tactic designed to break you. Do you sense the angels in the room with you? Their wings are stretched wide, their focus unwavering. They are not decorative, they are active. They move like an army of light, not to terrify you, but to shield you. Each breath you take now is guarded by hands you cannot see. Each step you will take from this moment forward is under escort. It is thick. Feel it as relief, as warmth, as protection, because that is what it is. Beloved, understand this activation. Reading these words is not passive. The moment you receive this message, something in the heavens answers. Reading equals activation. Your attention unlocks movement. Your believing opens a door. So when you allow these words to land inside you, the angels move, the seals break, the atmosphere shifts. That is why I ask you to stay with me now. Do not scroll away. Do not dismiss this as another video. This is an activation point for your destiny. Because you asked me to keep things practical for your TTS, pause here. Breathe, and let the truth press in. And while you breathe, if this word is touching you, show it by subscribing, not for me, but to keep this connection open, to remind your spirit that you chose to receive. This small act is a sign of your yes. The enemy's attempts were many. He sent confusion to blur your vision. He sent people to lie, to accuse, to distract you from your appointed course. He summons seasons of suffering because greater blessing often requires deeper preparation. The longer the suffering, the greater the weight that must be lifted. And so the warrior comes with a heavier sword. Archangel Michael's blade is not casual. It carries generational heft. It breaks long-standing patterns because some chains needed force-shaped in heaven to shatter. Hear now how time itself is changing in your favor. 5 minutes of heaven's movement can shift a lifetime. A single decision in this present moment can reroute years of struggle into moments of restoration. The clock of heaven does not tick like a clock you know. When it strikes, entire seasons can move in an instant. That is why the urgency is real. That is why Michael's message bangs like a hammer at the door of your heart. You may ask, why did I suffer so long? Because the blessing that follows your pain requires a foundation strong enough to hold it. Your character had to be formed. Your faith had to be seasoned. The enemy engineered delay, thinking it would destroy you. But every delay refined you into someone who could carry what heaven wanted to bring. Now the refining is complete. Now the field is ready. Beloved child, the enemy is defeated not by fear, but by authority. Speak nothing of defeat. Speak the name of the one who commands the heaven. Receive the protection set around you. Allow the angels to do what they were assigned to do. Know that the invisible realm is active on your behalf, handing back what was stolen, reversing plans, sealing doors behind you so the enemy cannot re-enter. This is not drama. This is not wishful thinking. This is the record of heaven making a way where there was no way. Activation has begun because you received it. The angels move because you open the door. The enemy flees because heaven declared it so. Beloved, stand firm. Breathe slowly. Feel the change. You are being escorted out of old battles into a place of rest. The sword has swung. The chains are broken. The scroll has unsealed. And remember, 5 minutes of heaven can change everything. Do not turn away now. The unseen has already begun to work on your behalf. Beloved, the scroll is open. The gates are wide. The countdown has begun, and the final moments are rushing toward you like a rising tide. Do you feel it? That steady rhythm inside your chest is not ordinary. It is the pulse of heaven, the drumbeat of eternity echoing through your spirit. Each thump of your heart is another second closer to fulfillment. Each breath you take carries the sound of heaven's countdown. You have seen delays. You have faced betrayals. You have walked through nights that felt endless, wondering if morning would ever come. Yet here you stand, still breathing, still waiting, still watching, and this very breath is proof that heaven has carried you. Do not doubt it now. The heavens obey his voice, the earth bows to his command, and when God says a now, nothing in creation can resist his word. Think of the desert you have walked, dry sand beneath your feet, blazing sun above your head. Silence so heavy it felt like abandonment. But beloved, hear this, heaven was with you in the silence. The same God who thundered in fire on the mountain also walked beside you in whispers through the desert wind. You were never abandoned. Every step through the dry wasteland became a step into deeper strength. Behind the curtain, a thread was being woven. Invisible hands stitched every trial, every heartbreak, every delay into a tapestry you could not yet see. You thought nothing was happening. But heaven's loom never stopped. The pattern was being prepared, and now, the curtain is lifting, the design is revealed, and you will see that nothing was wasted. Beloved child, Not all blessings are immediate. Some seeds take days, some take years, and some take decades before they push through the soil. You have carried seeds that were sown long before your birth. Seeds prayed over by ancestors who cried out for a future they would not see. Those prayers, those seeds, waited until your generation, until this hour, until this very moment when the ground of heaven and the ground of earth aligns. The blessing now rising is seasonal, and this is the appointed season. The roots you thought were buried too long were growing stronger in the dark. The storms that beat against you did not destroy you. They trained your roots to cling deeper. The winds that howled against your faith only made you more anchored. That is why when the harvest breaks forth, it will not be fragile, it will not be easily stolen, it will stand strong because the roots are unshakable. Do you feel the rhythm again? The drumbeat in your spirit. That is heaven counting down. It is not the countdown of doom. It is the countdown of release. The gates are swinging wide. The scroll is no longer sealed. The angels are taking their positions. The moment you thought was far away is standing at your door. Listen, every trial was part of the weaving. Every silence was part of the strengthening. Every betrayal was part of the preparing. Heaven's rhythm has not missed a single beat. The countdown is not against you. It is for you. It is pulling you into the fullness of time where everything shifts at once. Beloved, lift your eyes. The desert is ending. The garden is ahead. The betrayal is behind you. The table is before you. The countdown is complete. And the pulse you feel is heaven declaring, the time is now. Beloved child, do you remember the nights you almost quit? The hours you spent alone, questioning if anyone saw your struggle, every tear you shed, every prayer whispered into the darkness, every doubt that crept into your mind, it has all been recorded. Heaven does not forget a single moment of your persistence. Every maybe, I am forgotten. Every silent sigh in despair. It has been noted in the book of eternity. The enemy tried to celebrate prematurely. They assumed your surrender. They assumed your defeat. They laughed at your struggles, mocked your tears, whispered lies into your ears. This is too late. You will never recover. You are alone. But beloved, every mockery was catalogued. Every whisper against you became evidence of their failure. Every plan of destruction became a thread woven into your eventual vindication. Do you see it now? The blessing that is arriving will overshadow the pain that once seemed insurmountable. What they thought would bury you now becomes the foundation for your rise. The chains that held you for years are snapping one by one. The locks that bound your dreams are breaking under the weight of divine intervention. You will not recognize your former self. The one who doubted, who feared, who trembled. Heaven's fingerprint is evident in every moment of this transformation. Lightning strikes in your spirit, illuminating paths that were once hidden. God Himself is recognizing your endurance, your faith, your courage, and stamping it with authority. Patterns that once seemed like endless delays, the circles of frustration, now lead to this appointed hour. Every postponed miracle, every delayed blessing, has prepared the stage for the manifestation you are receiving today. Public visibility is part of this vindication. Family and friends will witness the turnaround. Those who doubted, those who whispered against you, those who celebrated your presumed downfall, all will see the golden doors opening with your name etched in divine script. The doors are literal and symbolic, representing opportunity, justice, recognition, and the honor you were always meant to receive. The transformation is not just personal, it is generational. The chains that once limited your family's legacy are snapping. Patterns that haunted your ancestors, that trickled down for decades, are being rewritten in this moment. The blessing carries weight beyond your lifetime, touching those who came before you, and those who will follow. Heaven's cycles of pain and preparation are concluding, and the full measure of your destiny is arriving. Every trial you endured was necessary. The pain, the waiting, the long nights. They were required to hold the measure of the blessing that now floods your life. What seemed unbearable was actually preparation. What seemed like rejection was divine alignment. And now, all those moments converge, forming a river of vindication that flows into every area of your life. Beloved, as you step into this transformation, recognize that it is exclusive. Not everyone will see this moment. Not everyone is positioned to endure the seasons required to reach it. But you stood firm. You persevered. You persevered. And that perseverance is now rewarded in ways that cannot be measured by time, by eyes, or by human understanding. The golden doors before you are not ordinary. They are coated with your name, with your story, with the very essence of your endurance. They are enduring. As they swing open, light pours forth, illuminating not only your path but also the path of those who walk beside you, those who have been waiting to witness the fulfillment of heaven's promises. Do you feel the release? The chains snapping. The burdens lifting. The mockery turning to acknowledgement? All of it is proof that your time has arrived. Every delay, every pain, every season of doubt, they were required to bring you to this apex. And now you are vindicated. Beloved child, do not shrink from this transformation. Step fully into it. Embrace the cycles that have brought you here. Recognize the divine orchestration that placed every delay, every enemy attempt, every trial in perfect alignment for this moment. The cycles of suffering are ending. The cycles of blessing are beginning. And you are at the center of it all. Beloved, the activation is now fully upon you. The cycles of your life, every tear, every unanswered prayer, every whispered "not yet," converge into this moment. Do you feel the surge, the vibration moving through your chest, the unmistakable rhythm of heaven acknowledging your presence? The treasures of eternity, engraved with your name, are unlocking, flowing toward you, like a river of light, unstoppable, undeniable, inevitable. Every door that was closed, every wrong path, every distraction or thief of joy, has been removed. The bridge you cross now, from sorrow to promise, is sacred, protected, fortified by the hand of the Most High. Beloved, see the angels. They rejoice silently, yet powerfully. Their wings stretch wide. Their energy encircles you. Every movement synchronized with your blessing, your vindication, your activation. Every step you take, every breath, resonates with the pulse of heaven, echoing through the corridors of eternity. This is not a subtle moment. This is thunder, not crawling, but striking, not whispered, but roaring. What was lost, what was thought dead, what seemed impossible is now alive, fully manifested, fully visible. Beloved, the blessings are chasing you down, not the other way around. Every phone call, every opportunity, every door opening is heaven's alignment, proof that the delay was never denial, proof that the waiting was preparation, proof that your journey has been orchestrated perfectly. Take a deep breath. Anchor yourself. Feel the wildfire moving through your life. It is not a candle, not a gentle flicker, but an unstoppable blaze, consuming obstacles, clearing pathways, illuminating every shadowed corner. The vaults of eternity, treasures with your name engraved, are now unlocked, flowing into your life, into your family, into your generation. Generational shifts are occurring. Curses, patterns, limitations that haunted your lineage are dismantled, broken, transformed. You are the chain breaker, the curse destroyer, the one appointed to shift destiny, to bring freedom, to release blessings that echo through time. Beloved, this is your Esther hour, hidden, tested, prepared, now elevated, chosen, recognized. The tears you shed for suffering now crown you with proof, with authority, with cleansing, with the final placement of glory upon your life, true life. The rhythm, the pulse, the vibration of life itself moving through your being. The walls hum with invisible song, angels rejoice, the miracle dispatched, the activation complete. What was dead comes alive. What was lost manifests. What was impossible becomes undeniable reality. Beloved, every step you take now is sacred. Each breath aligns with destiny. Each heartbeat echoes the thundering presence of heaven. Doors, once closed, swing open. Opportunities, once delayed, arrive. Blessings, once distant, chase you down, filling every space with light, power, and proof. Anchor yourself. The foundation is solid. The cycle's complete, yet expanding. Your life, your family, your generations, all touched, all transformed, all elevated. This is not a subtle blessing. This is wildfire, unstoppable, consuming everything that was ever meant to hold you back, leaving only proof, glory, and unstoppable manifestation. Beloved, the final crown is placed. The tears of waiting, the tears of trial, now become cleansing, crowning you with divine authority, confirmation, proof of heaven's orchestration. You are recognized, elevated, unstoppable, vindicated, and fully activated. Take a deep breath, feel the fullness, the magnitude, the proof, the activation. Your life, your destiny, your generations, all secured, all aligned, all flourishing. The blessing is complete, yet it continues, wildfire upon your path, unstoppable, undeniable, eternal. Beloved, step fully into this moment, embrace the activation, claim the crown, walk in the proof of heaven, and let every step echo through eternity. Beloved, the fullness, the culmination of everything heaven has orchestrated. Every step, every delay, every moment of doubt, every tear, every whisper of a not yet, has been part of the divine preparation, leading to this final activation. The blessing is no longer approaching, it is here, flowing, unstoppable, undeniable, consuming every shadow, clearing every obstruction, illuminating every dark corner. Do you feel it? The pulse of heaven, vibrating in your chest, resonating through your spirit, echoing in every cell of your body. The invisible walls hum with angels' song, a vibration so pure, so powerful, it confirms your elevation, your recognition, your vindication. Beloved, what was dead comes alive. What was lost manifests. What was impossible becomes undeniable reality. The phone calls, the doors, the opportunities, the blessings, all align perfectly, chasing you down, not the other way around. Every step is guided. Every breath is protected. Every move is synchronized with heaven. Look around, even if unseen, angels rejoice, their wings stretched wide, their presence surrounding you, celebrating your activation. your vindication, your crown, the treasures of eternity, engraved with your name, are now unlocked, flowing into your life, into your family, into your generations. Chains break, curses dissolve, generational patterns dismantle. Blessings expand, unstoppable, eternal. You are the chain breaker, the curse destroyer, the one appointed to shift destiny, to bring freedom, to release blessings that echo through decades. Beloved, this is your Esther hour, hidden, tested, prepared, now chosen, elevated, recognized. Tears once shed in suffering, now become cleansing, crowning you with authority, proof, glory, final placement of the crown. Feel the wildfire. Not a candle, not a gentle flicker, but a consuming, unstoppable blaze, moving through your life, transforming your path, fortifying your foundation, aligning your destiny. Every door, every blessing, once distant, pursues you, fills your life, secures your family, transforms your generations. Beloved, take a deep breath, anchor yourself. Feel the sacred magnitude, the proof of heaven, the unstoppable activation. This is the final crown, the final seal, the ultimate recognition, the generational shift, the unstoppable wildfire of divine blessing. Step fully into this moment. Claim your proof, embrace the activation, walk with authority, stand in the vindication. Celebrate the transformation. The cycles are complete, yet expanding, unstoppable, undeniable, eternal. Beloved, the treasure vaults, with your name engraved, the generational shift, the wildfire blessing, the crown of proof, the sacred threshold, all converge now, securing your destiny, confirming your elevation, amplifying your influence, magnifying your impact. Do not shrink, do not hesitate, do not doubt. The activation is fully upon you, the blessing unstoppable, the proof undeniable, the crown placed, the wildfire blazing, the cycles eternal. Beloved, walk into it, step fully, claim it, embrace it, and let heaven's unstoppable power flow through every step, every breath, every heartbeat, every decision, from this moment, into eternity. Now the final moments arrive. Every cycle, every step, every tear, every prayer converges into this sacred ending, this ultimate manifestation. Feel the weight, the fullness, the undeniable truth of your blessing. The path you walked, the nights you questioned, the tears you shed, all have led to this moment of proof, of recognition, of unstoppable activation. The treasures of eternity, engraved with your name, now flow freely. Every door, every opportunity, every blessing, aligns perfectly. Nothing can hinder the divine orchestration. Nothing can interrupt the momentum. Nothing can obscure the light of heaven's fire. Beloved, look around, even if unseen. Angels rejoice, wings stretched wide, presence surrounding you, celebrating your proof, your vindication, your final crown placement. The cycles of your life, once paused, once delayed, now accelerate, unstoppable, undeniable, eternal. Generational blessings, long-awaited freedom, curses broken, chains dismantled, flow through your bloodline. The transformation is not only yours, it reaches your family, your lineage, your descendants. You are the chain breaker, the curse destroyer, the one appointed to shift destiny, to bring eternal freedom and unstoppable blessings. This is your Esther hour, hidden, tested, prepared, now chosen, elevated, recognized. Tears, shed for struggle, now become cleansing, crowning you with authority, proof, glory, final elevation. Feel the wildfire of heaven, unstoppable, consuming every block, illuminating every dark space, leaving only light. Only proof. Only unstoppable blessing. Every step you take now, every breath you draw, resonates with destiny, resonates with authority, resonates with unstoppable divine alignment. Beloved, the phone calls, the doors, the opportunities, the sudden manifestations, they are proof, undeniable proof, that the blessing chased you down, not the other way around. Your foundation, fortified, prepared, tested, is now unshakable. Your life, your family, your generations, all touched, all transformed, all elevated. Anchor yourself, breathe in the magnitude, the proof, the activation, the generational shift, the wildfire bless. This is not a moment of chance, this is a moment of divine orchestration, heaven's fingerprint upon your life. Undeniable, unstoppable, eternal. Step fully into your proof, claim your crown, embrace your destiny, walk in unstoppable alignment, let the glory of heaven flow through every action, every decision, every step, from this moment into eternity. Beloved, your journey is complete, yet continuing. Every blessing, every cycle, every generational shift, flows into your life now. Unstoppable, undeniable, eternal. You are elevated, you are recognized, you are vindicated, you are unstoppable, you are the living proof, the crown bearer, the chain breaker. Take a deep breath, anchor yourself in this sacred moment. Feel the fullness of every activation, every blessing, every generational shift, every cycle complete, yet expanding. This is your moment, your activation, your crown, your proof, your wildfire blessing, your eternal victory. Beloved, the heavens say clearly, you did not survive in vain. Every chapter of pain, every valley of shadows, every tear-soaked pillow, none of it was wasted. The very ink of your suffering has written the testimony of your vindication. The enemy celebrated too early. He believed your silence meant defeat. He believed your waiting meant abandonment. But now, heaven overturns every false conclusion. Vindication is heaven's way of saying, I was there all along. Every whisper against you was recorded. Every mocking smile, every dismissive glance, every word spoken in secret that tried to reduce your worth, none of it escaped heaven's ears. And now, those very whispers will become the backdrop to the sound of your rising. This is not merely a blessing. It is a reversal. Where you once bowed your head in shame, you will now stand tall in honor. Where you once were overlooked, you will now be impossible to ignore. Where you once were denied, doors will swing open at your approach. And those doors are not made of wood or stone. They are made of gold, engraved with your name in heavenly fire. Beloved, can you see it? These doors are not just passageways, they are declarations. Each one announces, a chosen, redeemed, set apart. They are not for everyone. They are designed with codes that only your journey has earned the right to unlock. And as you step forward, heaven's fingerprint rests upon your shoulder, reminding you. This moment was written long before your birth. The cycles you endured are breaking in real time. The chain of doubt that passed from generation to generation stops here. The cycle of lack ends with you. The mocking that lingered over your family line loses its grip. For what is arriving now is not only your vindication, it is theirs as well. Generations past look upon you and rejoice, because you are carrying the fulfillment they longed for but could not touch. And transformation, oh, beloved, transformation is no longer subtle. It is dramatic, undeniable, radiant. Those who knew the version of you weighed down by sorrow will not recognize the one who rises in glory. The shift will be so complete that even your own reflection will testify, I am not who I was. This is why the delays were necessary. If the blessing had come too soon, the roots would not have been ready to hold it. But now, your roots are strong, your foundation unshakable, your heart trained in endurance. And heaven delights in placing glory upon shoulders that have proven faithful. Vindication is not a whisper, beloved, it is thunder. It arrives not in secret, but in the open, and when it strikes, no one will doubt that the hand of God has moved. Prepare yourself, for the season of hiding is over. The season of proving is complete, and the season of unveiling has begun. Beloved, this blessing is not imagination. It is not a trick of your emotions, nor a fleeting dream. This blessing is proof. It is heaven's way of leaning close and whispering, I see you. I have never forgotten you. I have always been moving toward you. Your heart is racing right now because your soul recognizes truth. You are standing at the doorway of your entire life. Every chapter, every trial, every heartbreak, every delay, it all led to this threshold. Heaven says, the design is complete. The tapestry has been woven. The waiting is over. Think of your life as a great fabric stretched across eternity. Every dark thread of pain, every bright thread of joy, every knot of confusion. Heaven has interwoven them all into a design so perfect that even your sorrow was secretly part of your preparation. Today, the pattern is revealed, and heaven declares, it is finished. It is time. Beloved child, do you feel it? The very air around you is shifting. Walls you thought were silent are now vibrating with an invisible song. The atmosphere itself hums with anticipation, because the seal has been broken and the miracle has been dispatched. Angels are rejoicing in your name. Right now, they are not rejoicing for something far away. They are rejoicing for what has already been released. This is the Lazarus moment of your life. What was dead, what was buried, what seemed permanently sealed away, it is rising. Dreams thought forgotten, promises thought cancelled, purposes thought denied, they are walking out of their tombs, alive, radiant, undeniable. And beloved, this manifestation will not creep slowly. Heaven does not crawl, it thunders. When the hand of God moves, it moves like lightning. The phone call will come suddenly. The opportunity will appear without warning. The door will open so fast you will wonder if it was always there, waiting for this very hour. But do not misunderstand. This blessing did not chase you randomly. It hunted you down with precision. You thought you were pursuing it, but in truth, it was pursuing you. At every detour, at every delay, at every wrong turn, heaven was protecting the path. God removed the stealers. He closed the wrong doors. He placed walls where traps were waiting. And though you wept at those closed gates, today you see, it was protection, not punishment. Beloved, you are walking across a bridge right now. Behind you lies the sorrow, the testing, the nights of weeping. Before you lies the promise, the dawn, the manifestation of glory. This bridge is not ordinary, it is sacred. And when you step across, you will never return to the wilderness you left behind. Beloved, heaven is opening the vault. Inside are treasures with your name engraved in golden fire. They were preserved, sealed, and guarded until this very moment. No thief could enter, no enemy could tamper, no delay could erase. Every gift stored within was marked for you alone. Do you see it? Angels are unlocking chamber after chamber. Scrolls bearing your prayers, your tears, your cries, each one now touched by God's hand. These scrolls are no longer sealed. They are unrolling, releasing divine decrees that will reorder your life in ways you cannot measure. Beloved, this blessing does not stop with you. It is generational. It is a chain breaker. It is a curse destroyer. What oppressed your family line, what silenced voices before you, what crushed hopes for those who carried your blood, it ends here. You are the turning point. You are the breaker of cycles. You are the one heaven chose to mark this generation with freedom. This is why your struggle was so great. Greater blessings require greater battles. The enemy fought harder because what you carry is not ordinary. But heaven says, the battle was only proof of the blessing's weight. And now, the battle is over. The crown is waiting. This blessing is not a candle flickering in the wind. It is a wildfire. It spreads. It ignites. It transforms every space it touches. Those near you will feel the flames. Your presence will shift rooms. Your words will carry unusual authority. What heaven places on you today will not be contained. It will overflow. Think of Esther, beloved child. For years she was hidden, unseen, dismissed. But when the hour came, she was revealed as chosen. Heaven whispers, "This is your Esther hour." You were hidden not because you were forgotten, but because you were preserved for the exact moment your voice, your light, your authority were needed most. Beloved, the final crown is being placed. Every tear you shed was not wasted. It was cleansing, preparing, softening your heart for this sacred weight. Heaven does not crown empty hearts. It crowns hearts purified by fire. And your tears, your prayers, your nights of breaking, they became the oil that now shines on your crown. This is the most sacred threshold of your life. Heaven calls you forward. The scroll has opened. The seal is broken. The vault is unsealed. The wildfire has been lit. And now, nothing will ever be the same. Beloved, do you see now why the silence was so long? It was not abandonment. It was foundation. Heaven was fortifying you beneath the surface, where no eyes could see. Every unanswered prayer, every delay, every quiet night, it was weight pressing down so your roots could grow deeper. Without that silence, your soul would not have been ready for this flood. God was never punishing you. He was building you. He was strengthening the walls of your spirit so that when the blessing came, it would not crush you, it would crown you. The silence was scaffolding, unseen but necessary, shaping you into a vessel that could carry this magnitude of glory. Now, beloved, the scaffolding has been removed. The hidden construction is complete, and the house of your life is ready to host the miracle. Do not despise the years that felt empty. They were never empty. They were sacred ground, preparing the way. Do you remember the doors that shut suddenly, the opportunities that seemed perfect, but crumbled before your eyes? Those were not accidents. They were divine interventions. Heaven was removing what could steal from you, closing what would harm you, blocking what would sabotage you. Though you wept at the closed doors, today heaven shows you why they closed, because something greater was waiting, and now the greater has arrived. Suddenly, everything will shift. The calls you thought would never come, they are coming. The doors you thought sealed forever, they are swinging open. The opportunities that seemed lost, they are returning, but this time in divine alignment. Beloved, heaven does not move slowly. When the appointed hour strikes, it moves with thunder. You will see in days what you thought would take years. You will be welcomed where you were once rejected. You will stand where you were once shut out. This is not coincidence. This is design. Heaven declares, the delay was the setup, the silence was the strength, the waiting was the protection, and now, the appointed time has come. Beloved child, the air itself testifies. Can you feel it? A vibration around you, as though invisible strings are being plucked in the atmosphere. This is heaven's music. This is the sound of the seal breaking. This is the announcement that your moment has begun. The blessing has not only been dispatched, it has landed, and now it unfolds, swiftly, powerfully, unmistakably. Beloved, lift your eyes and see the vault of heaven opening wider. Within it lies not a trickle of blessing, but a treasury overflowing. Every chamber sealed for generations is now breaking open. What your ancestors longed for, but never touched, what your family cried for but never received, what your bloodline prayed for across decades, you are receiving for those who came before you, and for those who will come after you. This is why the weight feels so heavy. It is generational. It is eternal. You are carrying a blessing meant to echo through time. Beloved, imagine standing before a golden door. The surface glows with fire, and inscribed across its panels are codes written in light. Each code spells your name. No one else's key can open it. No one else's voice can call it forth. It was written for you before the foundation of the world, and today heaven declares. The door is unsealed. Step through it, child. For beyond that door is not survival, but overflow. Not scraping by, but abundance. Not fear, but authority. The very ground will change beneath your feet, because this moment is not ordinary, it is destiny. Do you feel the shift? The patterns of pain that repeated for years are snapping. The enemy thought he had won, thought he had silenced your name, thought he had buried your light. But beloved, the mockery is ending. Every whisper against you has been recorded. Every laugh at your expense has been noted. And now heaven moves, not only to bless you, but to vindicate you. Vindication is not quiet, it is public. Family will see. Friends will watch. Those who doubted you will marvel. Even your enemies will be forced to admit, heaven's hand is on you. This is justice, not by human measure, but by divine decree. Beloved, the light that rests on you now is unmistakable. It is heaven's fingerprint. It cannot be denied, it cannot be hidden, it cannot be erased. When lightning splits the sky, no one can pretend it did not happen. In the same way, when this blessing manifests, no one will be able to ignore it. The cycles are over. The season has shifted. The chains have fallen. The golden doors stand wide. The scrolls are unsealed. And beloved, your time is now.